That is ready. Drop your chin towards your chest. Grab your eyes. And so we're falling awake, not asleep. Falling awake, not asleep. And so you notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so anytime we practice these simple breathing exercises, simple, however, not easy, exercise. In a way, it acts like a bridge between our body and our mind. So that body-mind connection we hear so much about in yoga. And so when you're ready, let's wiggly fidget again. So shake your hands vigorously. Maybe a little bum dance in there. Woohoo! It's summertime. Time to celebrate. At least this corner of the world. Nice. Okay. So let's repose. Ground through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. And so if you can't feel your feet in the usual manner, I'd like to invite you to visualize your feet. So imagination is powerful. Energy goes where thoughts and our breath goes. So center and ground through the soles of your feet. We want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing that. Root down through your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Our Buddha belly is soft, spine is long, shoulders back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head, and from here we'll transition into a practice of mindful movement. So not mindful, mindful. So linking our breath with our movements, magical things happen. So it's ready, reach your arm up to the sky. And then reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you, and then slowly float your arm down. So 2 more times, same side, gentle movement, reaching to the sky. And slowly float your arm down. This time, let's explore adding a gentle breath to the movement on inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down the full. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll begin this gentle movement on the other side. So as ready, reach your other arm up to the sky. As high as feels comfortable for you. And then slowly float your arm down. So 2 more times, same side, gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. So I like to think of these gentle movements as a moving meditation. This time linking our breath with our movement on inhale, reaching up, full length. On exhale, float your arm down the full length. Relax your arms by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And this time, let's explore reaching both arms up to the sky. Take a look between your palms if it doesn't create tension in your neck, and notice if they're facing each other. And then return your gaze on the horizon. So it is not about forcing one limb to do what the other is doing. Them talking to each other. Hold your fingers in, into the palms of your hands. There's a marma point, a sensitive point in the palms of our hands. And if you'd like, together we can shout out, I am, I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down. Again. And so I hear the sound of a rooster. Back, making his presence. We are practicing from home, most of us. So yoga, one of the gifts of our yoga practice is that it meets us exactly where we are. And so in multiple ways, and hopefully we'll have an ongoing conversation and expand on that idea a little more. And so for now, let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest if you're a wheelchair user. Sits bone sharp on the chair, spine is long. Our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. Roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. Lift up to the crown of your head. So imagine that thread pulling you up to the sky. And so from here, we'll make a gentle warm up for our neck. So as ready, bring your chin to the chest gently. And then looking up, so maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And so moving gently, our head up and down. And then as ready, bring your head back to neutral and drop your ear towards your shoulder. And then moving from shoulder to shoulder. So an invitation to keep that lovely breath awareness throughout your practice. And then come on back to neutral place. Then turn your gaze, looking just past your shoulder. Pause, and then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. Imagination is powerful. Move your head back through center. Turn your gaze, looking just past your shoulder. Pause. Visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. And so remember that if it doesn't feel right or comfortable for you to move your head or neck in this position, feel as though you were doing it. Bring your head back to neutral. And so we've moved our cervical spine or neck through its range of motion. I'd like to move down the spine with a practice called cat and cow. And so I'm just gonna move my chair back a little bit. Okay, you can see me a little better, yeah. So cat and cow, a gentle warm up for our spine. So if possible, rest your hands on your lap. And then as ready, draw your hands in towards your hips. As you do, lift your heart, lift your solar plexus. So we're arching our spine. On exhale, sliding your hands towards your knees, round your back. As you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. So our belly naturally backs in towards our hips as we round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And so sliding our hands along our thighs can help increase our proprioceptive awareness. So knowing where our body is in relation to. Turn my chair sideways. You can stay where you are, just so you get a better visual of what's going on. So rounding the back. This is happy cat. And then arch your back. This is the cow piece. So on exhale, rounding our back, drawing our navel in towards our spine. If you have a yoga buddy can maybe place their hand on your belly, gentle pressure. Inhale, arch. So our spine looks like a smile. On exhale, round. As ready, come on back to neutral spine. I'm going to turn my chair forward. can see you, you can see me, full on. And then take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice any subtle sensations. Trust that the sensations are there. It's not going to be a rocket ship across the sky. Be a little warmth or tingling. And so moving on, an invitation now to tap your fingers. So you're going to be resting on your lap. So micro movements, visualizing the movements, focus on what we can do. If you want to play a little brain game, you can maybe explore moving from your pinkies to your thumbs. And then how about air piano? So I'd like us to move through all the major joints. And so getting that synovial fluid, Mother Nature's WD-40 going into all our joints. In this case, our fingers. Turn your hands, palms face up. And then if it's available to you and you would like, bring your fingertips to touch your thumbs. So they might touch, they might not. And then stretch your palms. Fingertips to your thumbs. Stretch your palms. And now when you're ready, extending your arms, stretch your palms. High fives. And then make tight fists. Draw your elbows back. Stretch your palms. Tight fists. Draw your elbows back. So you might feel your shoulder blades moving towards each other. And one last time, stretch your palms, tight fit, draw your elbows back. When you're ready, relax your arms by your side, rest one hand on your lap, and both hands. And take one hand up and circle your wrists in one direction. So if you are a wheelchair user, these movements can maybe help with wheeling. If you have arthritis in your hands, I think these movements can help minimize stiffness, pain. And so reverse the direction. And then switch sides. So motion is lotion. You need to keep moving. And then reverse. So notice maybe is one wrist tighter than the other. As human beings, we tend to have one side that's tighter. And now when you're ready, like keep your arms out in front of you and then flex and extend your wrists over. Imagine you're riding a motorcycle. See if you can create a little half smile, like a Buddhist smile. So smiles are contagious. And when you're ready, float your arms down. Bring your palms face forward. We're going to get some synovial fluid into our elbow joints. So bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. So 2 more times. Spiral your palms open. Bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. One last time. Spiral your palms open. Bend your elbows, palms face away, and take a moment as ready. Soft bend in your elbows. Take your hands up to your shoulders or wherever you can reach comfortably. And so feel free to practice with one arm at a time if you'd like better. And then I want you to imagine you're drawing circles with your elbow points on the screen in front. Take a pause anytime you'd like or on my cue. And then reverse the direction. So remember your little Buddha smile. Smile whether you're happy or not. So smiling releases saliva. So we want a nice juicy mouth, juicy body. And then as ready, float your arms down. Whew. Shake out and feel your work. So in a way, the yoga happens between our poses and our movements. Notice how's your breath. Notice any subtle sensation. So can you name the sensation and where your body is in your body? So is it an energizing feeling? Maybe it's fatigue. Maybe a little tingling. And so moving on, I'd like to come into a practice. Well, actually, before we go there, we have to go for a yoga swim. I was going to move on to finding our balance. But so let's go for our swim. It's summertime. So whether it's a pond, a lake, a river, a pool, whatever body of water that you like for you. And then maybe backstroke. So water is cooling generally. Cooling, feminine energy. And then breaststroke, whoosh, whoosh. Side stroke. And my new favorite, butterfly, I think because it's a little bit like dog paddle, kind of modified. And then come on back to stillness. Relax your arms on your lap or wherever feels comfortable for you, palm up or down as desired. And notice how's your breath. Any subtle sensations. And so moving on, I'd like to invite you to rest your hands on your lap. We're actually going to transition into a seated twist. And so as you're ready, begin to twist from side to side. And so you might notice that your hands naturally want to move in the direction that you're twisting. And so moving with your breath. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going into our full range of motion. Remember your little Buddha smile. So smile whether you're happy or not. Come on back to a neutral spine. Release your arms by your side and then moving from side to side. Reaching towards the floor, the earth. So take a hold of the underside of your chair. And so maybe inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. If it works for you, you can imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. So shoulders stacked over shoulder. And come on back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And take a moment to let your Buddha belly soften, let your belly settle, your breath. And so let's repose. Sit up tall, push down through one foot, and then push down through your opposite foot. And so might be that this is an energetic pushing down. And maybe notice, can you feel one foot more than the other? Roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. And then rest your hands, palms face up on your lap. And from here, actually, would like to do a practice before we move on to other yoga practices. Practice help strengthen our lungs. And so with your palms face up, on an inhale, take your hands to your forehead, or wherever you can reach comfortably, open up your armpits. So we're stretching our lungs vertically. And then as ready, bowing your head towards your heart, float your arms back down to your lap. So we'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, take your hands up to your forehead or wherever you can reach comfortably. Open up your armpits. Exhale, bowing your head towards your heart, float your hands down. As ready, inhale, take your hands to your forehead. Open up your armpits. So lots of lymph nodes in our armpits. And then float your arms down. As ready, relax your arms by your side. And then rest your hands on your lap, palm up or down as desired. And so you might notice which feels better for you, resting your palms face up, or does it feel better to rest your palms face down? If you're fatigued, an invitation to explore resting your palms face up, open to receive. If you are restless, scattered, palms face down can encourage a grounding sensation. And so from here, let's come into a movement to help find our balance. So if you know balance is a challenge for you, try to make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. So we're going to begin by moving forward and back in the chair. And so as ready, you're taking hold of the underside of your chair. If it feels okay, you place your hands in your hip creases. So it might be open palm or soft fist. If you have a hand condition that hurts, might be that soft fist feels better. And so inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, coming into a forward fold. And so it's not about seeing how far we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then as ready, rock back up. So in your own time and rhythm, I'd like to invite you to keep this gentle movement flowing for a few more breaths. As long as it feels comfortable, noticing that sometimes when we come into a forward bend, our chin wants to jut up. So if your chin is jutting up, tuck it in slightly. Notice how that feels. And so it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. And then it's ready, come on back to neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side or wherever feels most comfortable, pardon me, for you. Take a moment to rest. Rub my belly, it's getting cold. So I'm outside. A nice day, but a little nippy. And so now I'd like to invite you to bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance if possible. And so I think for this movement, I might adjust my iPad a little bit. And so if you're bringing your feet a little wider than the outer hip bone distance, see if you can place your knees so that they're tracking in line with your ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned out a little. And then it's ready, hands in your hips, creases, and then circle your heart forward and then circle back. So moving in your own time and rhythm. So again, encourage you to move with your breath. And as you begin to feel your lower back and hips soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper. So shoulders move towards our knees. Of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And then as ready, circle in the opposite direction. So bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space above you. And bring your awareness to the space beside you. Notice how that makes you feel. And then an invitation to especially bring your awareness to the space behind. And trust that you are being supported. So I like to think in terms of we. So we are being supported. And slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And take a moment to let your belly soften, your breath settle. And so moving on, I'm just going to adjust my iPad again. And so often in the classes, I like to share a little piece of writing that I found from a yogic perspective. And I suppose, you know, if you take yoga off the mat and into your life. So for me, yoga has become a way of life. And so I like to share little bits of poetry or writing that I feel are inspiring. And so this one piece is something I read by Donna Farhi, and she is a yoga teacher. And yeah, so here it goes. So I'm just sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright. Feel free to close your eyes or not, or soften your gaze. And so it goes like this. Many of us have entered the world of yoga through the door marked physical. In measuring our success, it's too easy to make direct correlations between our physical adeptness or lack thereof and the state of our souls. We must begin to reevaluate our measuring devices so that our sense of satisfaction with ourselves and others is not identified with physical form. If we measure ourselves on the ruler of the back bends we can do, the arm balances we have mastered, and the flexibility of our hips, we will find ourselves cast adrift the moment any of these attributes is taken from us. Life gives and life takes. Through injuries, aging, life changes, and sheer economics, we may find that what we could do yesterday, we cannot do today. Will we then pronounce ourselves failures? I'll just read one more line, and like I mentioned earlier in the practice, hopefully we'll have an ongoing conversation. And so this is a piece that just spoke to me the most. So she says, my partner tells me the purpose of yoga practice is very simple: to open the heart. I can think of no better definition. Yoga practice is very simple. The purpose of yoga practice is very simple: to open the heart. I can think of no better definition. So on that happy note, I'd like to share a practice with you that my teacher shared probably every class for the 3-4 years I studied with them. with Yoga Therapy International. And this is called a meditation on the heart, a gentle heart opener. So I'd like to invite you to take your hands to your chest, open palm or maybe palms together if that feels okay for you. If it makes you lose your balance, you might feel better with your hands on your Buddha belly. And so it's ready, extend your arms up and away. So I feel most comfortable with my arms just a little lower than my shoulders. And then an invitation to soften your fists. So this softening of our fists can help with arthritis in our hands. So take your hands to your heart center or maybe your Buddha belly. Inhale, extend your arms up and away. And then making soft fists. Take your hands to your heart center or your Buddha belly. And so an invitation in your own time and rhythm to keep this gentle heart opener flowing. And if you'd like, imagine the sun at your heart center. On inhale, as you extend your arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. This time with soft fists on your exhale, making a humming sound like a bumblebee, if you will. Inhale. So you might find that making the humming sound lengthens our exhale. Put one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a moment to feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And shake out again. Hippie shake. All right. So I'd like to invite you to come into your mountain pose. So arms by your side, palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, so gentle back arch, so bending from your shoulders. And then when you're ready, maybe our hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So release your arms by your side. And if you like, imagine as you reach your arms up, imagine the radiant light of the sun all around you. Maybe our hands come together in prayer, this time down through, imagining a waterfall. So arms by your side, palms face up, visualize that beautiful, shimmering, radiant light of the sun. Palms come together in prayer down through to the heart. So imagine a waterfall. Relax your arms by your side. And this time I'd like to invite you to spiral, turn one palm face up, reach out. Or maybe gazing past your middle finger. And then palm face down, release. So other side, spiral your palm open, soft bend in your elbow, reach up to the sky, gazing past your middle finger if it doesn't create tension in your neck. Pardon me, palm face down, release. So arms by your side, reach up to the sky. Hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. Pardon me. And rest your hands on your lap. Or wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then come on, seated comfortably back in your chair in preparation for a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so if you happen to have a yoga mat, it can feel supportive and lovely, place them on the spine. I sometimes will put one on the back of my chair. And so if you have it, if you're a female, you might want to have the base, the bottom of the yoga mat, just at the base of your rib cage. If you're a guy, a dude, you bring it right down to your chair. And so if you're able to place your chair against the wall, maybe something behind your head to support your neck. Otherwise, placing a bit of weight on our lap can encourage a grounding sensation. So it might be a blanket, favorite pillow. So that doesn't work for everyone. So just find a comfortable sitting position. And so an invitation to maybe remove your glasses if you're wearing glasses, if you feel comfortable with that. And so actually I was just reminded before we come into the meditation, I'd like to invite you to bring your hands together, rub them vigorously. Energize your hands, warm up your hands. And so I'd like to share a practice with you called palming. And then take your hands apart just a little bit. So you might notice a little bit of heat or warmth. Maybe a little further apart and closer together. Then rub your hands vigorously again. Warm up your hands. And we'll come into a practice, as mentioned, called palming. So this is a lovely relaxation exercise for our eyes. And so take your hands, your palms up to your eyes. If you have a Buddha buddy or Buddha belly, Buddha buddy. A little bit fatigued today, so yeah, yoga buddy. Your yoga buddy maybe stands behind you and gently places her hands over your eyes. And so you don't want to put direct pressure on your eyeballs. You're just cupping your eyes slightly. And if it feels okay to close your eyes, if that doesn't create anxiety, close your eyes softly. And then let the warmth of your hands soften behind your eyes. Just stay here for a moment or two. And maybe shift your eyes from side to side to rewire our brain a little. And then float your hands down. And so shoulders back and down just a few times. Relax your hands, palms face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. So soft palms, soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pulse. Relax your jaw and clench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. So if it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, My out breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment. Oh, this is a wonderful moment. Sit and breathe together for a moment or two with a gentle reminder. Breathing. So when you're ready, without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. And so our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rock fingertips down. To finish your So thank you, everyone. So maybe notice how you feel before and after yoga practice. Questions, feedback. Always love to hear from you. So I'm happy to hang out for 3 minutes after class. And thank you again, of course, to ConnecTogether and my friend Cuthbert, who's behind the scenes helping.
Turn it way down. Why did you not? I turned it down.
And the Disability Foundation to have this amazing yoga practice. So India's gift to the West. And so I'm going to move in a little closer so I can see maybe names and
Thanks a lot, Bobbie.
a little more clearly.
Good day, everyone.
Thanks, Morty. So I sell ice cream down at the pier, and I always say I don't feel like I've connected with anyone until I can see their eyes sometimes. I'm gonna put my eyes on. Morning Star.
Thank you, Bobbie.
Hi.
Thank you, ConnecTogether.